Morning News. Is it possible to be depressed, happy at the same time? Apparently so, according to a new survey. We want to bring on our next guest and discuss this. Research psychologist, psychoanalyst, author of What Price Power, an in-depth study of the professional woman in a relationship, Dr. Frieda Birnbaum. Dr. Frieda Birnbaum, it sounds like they're opposite, they're extremes here, depressed, happy. How can you be both at the same time?
Well, our lives pull us in different directions. And events, experiences, people happen to us that we just can't continue a certain consistency. So we have to look at this and wonder, is this all that bad? And actually it's not, because depression helps you to look at the obstacles in your life and to make changes. And happiness is something we can't obtain all the time. I think the better word is contentment. Commitment is a good thing too, but that helps you to be happy. But contentment is something that is much more obtainable, and that's the direction to go into. So we don't get upset if we're not happy, which is just a fleeting moment to begin with.
But now to look, because I didn't realize quite the direction it would take when you were explaining there, and now I do. But now, just if I may, look at the flip side of that. When you're talking about depressed and happy at the same time, I would imagine there are people out there that are maybe even deeply depressed, that people don't know that they're depressed, because whenever they see them, they seem to be happy, but then they go home and the depression cranks up again, right?
That's right. So you have to wonder what's going on.
Right.
What are the underlying problems that these people are not looking into?
Yeah, if you've got friends, you go out with your friends, you're all happy, everybody's having a good time and all that, and then you go home and all of a sudden you're depressed again. I guess that may be that even though your friends are good, but something is sorely lacking in your life.
That's right. And so when you're looking at yourself and you're looking at the demons in your life and you're wondering what's wrong, you could be the one who's setting up to happen, because when you're experiencing life, the way you project is what you get back. So if you're defensive, if you're negative, if you are acting victimized, people don't gravitate towards that. They gravitate to people who are positive and project happiness. So what is it about you that needs to do that? Why do you need to stay in that state of mind? And how do you get out of that? Now, there are ways to get out of that as well. I mean, one thing we know is that when the serotonin levels increase, there's a sense of feeling better. And one way to increase that is to give. When you give to other people, your heart rate even changes and you feel much better. Another thing to do is when you take that anger that is going on inside you and that creates depression, you have to use that and push it outside of yourself. And the one way to do that is to act on your feelings. And people often don't do that. They let it stay inside them, and then they lash out on the wrong person. So you have to be conscious of what's going on around you and inside you as well.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Frieda Birnbaum, a research psychologist, psychoanalyst. I'll also tell you the name of her book is What Price Power, an in-depth study of the professional woman in a relationship. Thank you, Doctor.
My pleasure. Thank you.